What did Britney Spears say while playing Riichi Mahjong? With the orange pixels on my screen, it's tenpai looking so good, I can't hold it back, it's the dealer seed. I'm addicted to you, so I'm calling a Richie. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. My name's Yusong. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Look, we're back. We're playing. I know that coughing. 2 videos ago, wheezing. I'm just saying Pokemon. 2 videos ago, I started the video off with an ominous notion that we would never lose again. We got, I think that was before the stream. I think that was this 4th place finish. Guess what? Look at me in the eye. I'm the captain now. We're never losing again, okay? Last video, overwhelming success. You know what that means. When it rains, it pours, baby. Let's get back into the Jade Room. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm secretly hoping, not because I want to spend less time with you today, but because your boy did not plan his day out very well, and so I'm secretly hoping that this game is in that sweet spot, that 30 to 40 minute game length, so that I can also take the time after this to do some dishes before my significant other arrives, right? She doesn't think I'm a slob or anything, and I'm not trying to like tidy up the house before she gets here. It's more so like, no, I want to do the dishes for myself, because guess what? I only got like 2 dishes. We might be using those later, you know what I mean? I have a shooting range in the backyard where we blast all the dishes. Look, here's the thing. I probably should have more dishes. How many plates do you think is like normal per capita? I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I have a normal amount of plates. I have 3 plates. I have 1. Oh no, I'm about to get exposed, aren't I? I'm about to get exposed as a dude in his 20s who doesn't know how to take care of himself. Or am I? Well, you can be the judge of that. I have 3 plates. One of them is different than the others, but they're all white plates. I have 1 bowl. Here's the thing, okay? 1 short bowl in the Emerald City. Secondly, even though the first thing wasn't a thing, hang on. What kind of tile am I discarding? Am I really discarding the 5 of circles at a time like this? I guess so. Although I could have also discarded the 9 because it looks like the 7 of characters is most likely going to be the pair in our hand. Left Lord calls the Richie. That's really disappointing because we had a fairly decent hand, right? We have Sea Wind and Prevalent Wind in this, in what we pawned up. I would love it if someone else dealt into Left Lord. I don't necessarily want them to sumo, because we're in the dealer seat. We would have to pay the dealer penalty, which is 50% of their sumo hand, and I don't necessarily want to do that. I have 1 bowl. I used to have 2 bowls. I was different back then. No, I don't know. I used to have 2 bowls. I don't know. I don't know why I have a flair for the dramatic today. But then it broke. I don't know how it broke. I think I dropped it in the sink or something, which is very, the sink is where the bowls are supposed to be, okay? There's a 9 of circles, okay. If they're gonna continue showing to be safe, I will continue folding. Absolutely, I will. So I only have 1 bowl. I have some smaller bowls. I have like 4 variously sized smaller bowls. And then I have 3 Tupperwares, and that's it. I do sometimes run out of Tupperwares, but here's the dirty little secret corporate America doesn't want you to know. You can store your leftovers in a Ziploc bag if applicable. Look, I'm not saying that it looks good. I'm not saying that it's easy to handle, but there's no difference in storing your food in a Ziploc bag or in a Tupperware. Especially if you're just gonna dump it out eventually, and then, oh, dude. Oh, no. What am I supposed to discard here? I think I'm supposed to discard this, but they could have a 7-8 in their hand. I think I gotta go for the 3 of circles. I don't even know if this is correct. I ended up dealing into Left Lord anyway. So they did have some tiles around the Dora. I was thinking that they could have a 7-8 in their hand, and I didn't necessarily want to discard the 9. It's close to the Dora. I could have discarded the 2 of bamboo. I suppose the 2 of bamboo is a little bit safer. The 4 of bamboo was half Suji, but they could have had a 2-3 in their hand. Don't do it to me, God. Don't do it. I know I said we're never gonna lose again, and at this point, it's like you sung. You have everything to lose and nothing to gain. What is this? Some kind of weird, perverse Pascal's wager? That's right. I know some things about philosophy, I guess. No, it's not like that, but I have to prove that I can I can shoot myself in the foot and then still run a marathon. Why is that important to me? I don't know, dude. I'm sick. I'm a joker. Ugh, you know what I mean? I gotta get more plates. I think when I become flush with cash, because you gotta keep a positive mindset. When I become flush with cash, I will go to Costco. Name drop the Costco. I will go to Costco and buy like a silverware set. Not a silverware set, like a plateware set. But I don't want that many plates. Here's the thing, like, it's only me and my significant other, like, most of the time. The times where we had other people over, like we've eaten hot pot with others, because we have a hot pot at home. Yeah, so no, it's a nice little gift that we got for Christmas. It's, you know, it's just the pot that with on the electric thing where you can heat it up and you have two sides for two different broths. It's awesome. If you haven't ever tried hot pot before, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Maybe check out if there's like a hot pot restaurant somewhere near you, you know? Okay, what are we doing with this Dora, by the way? We need to draw another 1 of characters or a 4 of characters. Do I ever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Do I ever legitimately get rid of the 2 and the 3? Getting rid of the 2 and the 3 feels a little icky, you know what I mean? It gives me the ick, as the kids say. But we might have to do that if we want to keep both pieces of Exodia, aka the Dora, in our hands. Now, a crossword's starting to discard some really good stuff. Left Lord also starting to, starting to discard some good stuff in that 3 of characters. It's close to the Dora. Maybe it comes from a 2-3-3 shape. You never know. You never know. Like an Ariana Grande B-side that might be a little bit underappreciated in today's day and age. I want like, I don't need like the La Crusette, like the luxury plates with ornate, like, ooh, look at this. We drew like an olive tree or like an olive branch on the side of the plates. That's gauche as hell, man. I don't know what to tell you. That's tacky. I don't need any finely ornate silverware. I just want like nice quality stuff. You know what I mean? Like most of my stuff right now is just from major like big box stores. And the white plates that I do have, there's a lot of scratches on there. And no, I'm not eating like car keys. Like, you know, I guess they're just coming from like forks and stuff, you know, but there's no good reason that the plates should have this amount of cosmetic damage on them. At least I am, in my humble opinion. Okay, I pawn here and I genuinely go for the go for this tenpai here. We discard the 2 and the 3 and then we just try to get into tenpai before the end of the round, because it's getting late and it doesn't look like I'm gonna have a great opportunity to Ron here. Okay, it's a little bit scary. The 6 could still deal into Left Lord, who is the first to start discarding some scary stuff, right? They could still have a 7-8 in their hand, although I see 3 7s. I'll try to throw out the 6 of characters before it gets us into trouble. What are we looking for now? We're looking for like a 4 of circles, a 7 of circles, literally anything that could just help our hand out. 9 of circles is not gonna do it, please. Okay, that does help us out, weirdly enough. If someone throws a Westwind, I will be able to get into tenpai. I have to throw out a fairly dangerous tile, but it doesn't seem like anyone's in tenpai, like no one's called Richie or anything. There's still a small baby chance that we win, right? An under the sea or under the river could get us there. I'll do my Sebastian the Crab summoning ritual. I think it's worth it. A Crosslord could drop another 6 of bamboo or a 9 of bamboo, right? 9 of bamboo, 3 of them are gone. It looks like a fairly safe tile. Interesting. Okay, and now Left Lord could discard a very dangerous tile as they will have the last discard. 9 of bamboo looking pretty safe with my pants on the ground. 6 of bamboo looking pretty... All right, we ended up in tenpai. A Crosslord also ended up in tenpai. And look at this. They didn't have a valid hand either. They cheat into a 1, 2, 3, and they don't have all symbols. They don't have a mixed triple sequence. They don't have nothing. So I'm happy to be able to get into tenpai. That 5 of circles push towards the end could have been incorrect, but it didn't. I don't know. It just didn't seem like anyone else was in tenpai, you know? Of course, you know, that's just a hunch. And people also thought that Theranos was a good idea based off of hunches. So I guess I shouldn't always trust those. Do I think I have it in me to convince a room of venture capitalists to give me money. Well, let's examine the evidence. On the one hand, low self-esteem, right? Low self-esteem. If you've ever visited one of my streams, you know that it's the scaffolding is very visible. You know what I mean? If not enough people compliment me on my hair or my jokes, it's gonna be a terrible stream. I'm being a little bit facetious, but maybe only a little. No, I'm being a lot facetious, but there's like a nugget of, I don't know. I like it when people say that I'm funny or that, you know, you saw your hair's looking good today. Oh, thank you. We could go for all simples here. It's not great, but it's not awful either. That is the problem with this hand. What do we want to see? We want to see a 7 of bamboo. 7 of bamboo would be absolutely gorge in this hand. Okay, I will happily accept a pair of the 5s and a pair of the 6s. We can pawn either of them and maybe whittle our way down to some double-sided weights here in the character suit. This is a weird situation because we could chi into a 3, or we could chi into a 7, or we could chi into a pet. That's a little chia pet reference for the zoomers out there. I don't really know where this hand is gonna go, Cotton Eye Joe, but also I'm a little scared because we did pawn our hand, and now if someone calls Richie, dude, look at me. I got no safe tiles to throw. The safest tile is what, an 8 of characters, a 2 of characters? Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. Okay, so it's a tricky situation. A crossword is even willing to throw the Dora, the Eastwind, and look at that. Right Lord follows suit, so we know that these gamers have some sort of like good hand, you know? Theoretically, I also have a good hand, but it doesn't look that way. It definitely doesn't look that way. Okay, I would like to stop drawing into pairs, but look at this. We're 1 tile away from tenpai right now. Crosslord calls the Riichi. Oh, this is tricky. Oh, this is tricky. Because it's like, what do we even have that's safe? The 4 comes from a what? A 6-7? One of my favorite shows on HBO. Or it could come from like a 4-6-8 shape, but it could come from a 6-7. Look, I know this doesn't feel good. I know this doesn't feel good, but the 4 of characters is our safest tile right now. Also, how many 4s are visible? Only 2. There's an 8 of characters. I don't know. Like on the one hand, right? You could have persuaded me, like Yusong, you don't have any safe tiles. If you start folding, you're gonna run out of safe tiles very, very quickly. On the other hand, what about just like getting good? You know what I mean? What about just continuing to draw safe tile after safe tile because I have the hand of God? What do you think about that one, Mr. Krabs, huh? All right, we need some more safe tiles though. We definitely need some more safe tiles. There is a terminal tile. It ends up passing. We're very, very lucky. If we run out of things, what else do we discard right now? There's a 2 of circles. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know it's a Richie? I'm gonna throw away the 2 of characters. We could deal into a Ron here. Okay, Right Lord is gonna pawn this away. Oh, we need some more safe tiles. I'm actually begging you. I am actually begging you. Hang on. Ah! Okay, that was a misclick because I ran out of time. But it also just goes to show you I have a killer instinct, and now we have 2 Suji tiles. Here's what I was gonna discard. I was gonna discard the 5 of characters. Why? They don't have a 6-7 in their hand, and they could win off of a 3-4, but the likelihood that they have a 3-4 is very, very low because of the sheer number of 4s that have been discarded, right? And if they did have a 3-4, no, it would have been impossible because I discarded the 2 literally moments ago. I guess I'm gonna go Suji Gaming on my own 5 of circles though. I don't know. They could have a pair of the 5s, which is a little bit scary. Of course, they could have had a pair of the 8s or the 2s as well. I'm gonna be honest with you. I straight up deserve to lose that round. We ran out of time. I was talking too much, and I couldn't see the tiles in front of me. And I shouldn't have pawned the 7s. I think it was a little too fast, like Frenching on the first date. That's right. I'll say it. I'm not afraid to say it. Do I think anything is actually inappropriate on the first date? I mean, of course, things are like you shouldn't spill soup on a first date. I'll just say that as a blanket rule. But the thing that I was gonna say in terms of like, do I actually think Frenching on the first date is bad? No, especially if both parties are like down to clown, you know? And in that sense, I suppose if your first date is like to a soup factory and I don't know, there's like an insult comic there or like just some sort of contraption where it's like an Instagram pop-up shop where it looks like you know, you can spill some soup on someone, then you can spill some soup on someone. It's like a never say never kind of a situation. What is he talking? I need to focus up. I swear to you, I thought I was discarding the Westwind right there. I swear to you, I thought I was discarding the Vivian Westwind. Get rid of the Dora. We're not winning this hand unless it's by the grace of God, aka all symbols. I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's a very sincere apology. Some people watch these videos because you know, we're just here to vibe. We're just here to hang out. Yusong, do you have any other horrifically embarrassing anecdotes from your childhood? Yes, gather around. Let me tell you about the time I farted and stuff. But some people, myself included, want to see me play good Mahjong. And you know what? I lost my focus there, and I sincerely apologize. Will we get punished for it, though? That is the question. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 shapes in our hand. This is a pretty convincing, all simples hand as well. If we draw into the 7 of bamboo, we could even go for the Pinfu, right? Okay, a crossword goes for it. They call Richie on the 2 of characters. Oh, this is gonna be a little bit risky for us. Do we have very many safe tiles? We do not. There's a lot of 8 of bamboos already thrown. That 7 probably doesn't come from a 6, 7, 7 very early on into the game. There's a red dragon, but it gets pawned away by Right Lord. Okay, this is a pretty spicy round so far. There's a 3 of bamboo, so we could fold if we wanted to. What is my dream scenario? Unbelievable. I did nothing wrong that time, okay? Maybe I could have, I don't know. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of feeling like a 7 pairs hand. It's kind of feeling like a half flush hand or a full flush hand as well. Kind of feeling like a pure double sequence as well. Okay, it is no longer any of those things. This is just a regular hand that we want to see get into tenpai as fast as possible. We have a red 5 and a Dora and a chance at pure double sequence if we draw into a 2 of characters. All right, I'll manifest a little. Nut draw right now, 2 of characters. Secondary nut draw, an SND, if you will. Secondary nut draw is going to be a 6 of characters or an 8 of circles. Both of those would be very, very beneficial in getting our hand into tenpai. I would love to eventually call Richie waiting on a 4 or a 7 of bamboo. That would be the nut draw right now. Would I be able to convince Silicon Valley people to give me their monies? On one hand, low self-esteem. On the other hand, though, I think I do have a psychotic amount of confidence in me sometimes. Where if I think if I told myself like, okay, Yusong, you just have to go full Joker mode for the next 30 minutes, I think I could do it. I don't know if that's possible, but just basically, I've had a lot of practice being in social situations that I don't enjoy being in, whether that's past work environments or just like, I don't know, any social situation, baby. So as a result, my mind is an impenetrable steel fortress that I can mold to my will. Does anybody else feel like that? No, it's a sign that you're a psychopath? Oh, awesome. Like, I don't revel in the fact that, I don't know, I think I can just like, I see enough of a difference between who I am when I'm alone and who I am when I'm with other people that I think I could do it. I think I could do it. I'm a pretty, I don't know. I don't know if it's being a con artist. I don't know if it's just being like a regular bozo, right? I don't know. I do think that confidence is important though. I will say this, like, I did an internship where, you know, despite having grown up in upstate New York and stuff, I went out to Hollywood while I was in college, and there was this internship there. where like you could, you know, meet some people inside the industry, yada, yada, yada. 4, 5, 6 mixed triple sequence, by the way. We do have to get rid of this east wind, which is very, very scary. Like, I don't want to do that at all. And I would much rather just draw into another copy of it. And it would make my life so much easier. Or if someone else is willing to just discard an east wind. What would make me push this hand? If I drew a 5 or a 6 of... That's good enough, too. Dude, this is good enough. Our hand is so strong at this point. Oh, they just discarded the door. Let's go! And I remember, like, this person... Like, we listened to a seminar by this person, and then like we all introduced ourselves, and then afterwards this one person like went around the room and just told us what their first impressions of all of us were, and it was supposed to be like a cool move, like, whoa, this is how the industry works. And I was like, you want to know my first impression of you? You're a 50-year-old man with one too many shirt buttons unbuttoned. I can see your chest hair. God, I could not care less about your opinion of, quite frankly, anything. Like, I don't know. I think it's like people really, sorry to go so hard, by the way, but like people really mythologize the idea of business in this country. Like, business. Business is so cool. I started in the mail and I had to eat literal human poop every single day. But look at me now. I am so happy. I don't know about that, friendo. I don't know about that at all. I have to discard this 9. I want to go for it. I want to stay in tenpai. Plus, if someone tries to play safe around that 8, I think we can slurp them up. By the way, 3 of the 8s are visible. They probably don't have a 7-8, and this 8 doesn't come from a 7-8-8 shape early in the morning, early in the game, right? Right Lord could be going for some kind of full flush in the character suit. Am I scared of that? No. Just like my country, I'm young, frumpy, and dumpy. This is a little bit risky. I mean, 2 Dora tiles are already gone, and I am risking it all for an all simples hand. Okay, Yusong, you shouldn't do this, because if I were them, I might call Richie on a single tile wait for the Dora. That is, like, definitely a possibility. Just fold here. Just absolutely fold here. I don't think that we can go for it any longer. I think that this, okay. Right Lord, I don't know if you just saw what happened, but Right Lord just called a con. We are no longer allowed to discard any circle tiles. We are no longer allowed to discard any circle tiles. What do we want to see? Just anything that gets us into tenpai by the end of the game. And I'll pull my camera back because it is, in fact, the moneymaker. I think people love business way too much. I think people gotta like, I don't know, maybe, I think it is good to take pride in your work. You know what I mean? That's just like a good thing. But I think right now and I guess I'm about to do I guess I'm about to announce my candidacy for president. I guess right now when people are like working so hard and like working so diligently, but still can't make ends meet, then that is a sign that like things are really, really wrong. And maybe we take a look at our obsession with like the work culture at the end of the day, you know? And just see if maybe there's some things in our mind that have been ingrained in us that we don't necessarily appreciate that, or maybe we shouldn't appreciate them as much as we do, you know? Or we shouldn't pray at this monolith as much as we maybe want to do. This is a nice little Riichi Pinfu hand. By the way, yeah, welcome to Riichi Mahjong Politics Hour. I don't know, dude. Sometimes the recent Riichi Mahjong videos have had a fiery politicism to it. Why? Cause I'm coming for Bill Maher. I want a late night show. Give me some writers. I'll do it. Hey, what's the difference between a broken clock and a U.S. senator? A broken clock's still right twice a day. Sheesh! I've got that fire in me, you know what I mean? I'm not afraid to speak truth to power. Just kidding, I totally am. You know what? You want to know why? I've told this story on stream a lot. Apologies if this is your 3rd time hearing it, but I think it bears repeating. Okay, we want to see an 8 of circles right now. It's a nice Riichi Pinfu. It's a dealer Riichi Pinfu red 5. Dealer Riichi Pinfu red 5 is definitely nice. I would also just take any tenpai here. I would take any possible tenpai. I might even just accept like a 6 of characters isn't that bad either, right? We could go all simples and just try to fight really hard. Number 1 for our right to party, but number 2 just to stay in the dealer seat. So we have to honestly consider cheating into a 6 of characters, even though we won't be able to discard the 9 of characters immediately after. Like if we cheat with the 7-8, we're not allowed to discard the 9. That's just a rule of Riichi Mahjong. I don't know why it is, but it like makes sense, you know? You shouldn't be allowed to just avoid drawing from the wall that easily. Ah, there's the 6 of characters, but unfortunately, there goes our, what is this, the Smiths? There goes our man. There goes our dealer seat. We're not terribly in last. Like, we're 1,000 points away from 3rd place, and as a result, it is still anyone's game. But, oh boy, howdy, is this game making it difficult for me. Yusong, literally just stop saying there's no way we lose at the start of your videos. I can't. I need to be able to shoot myself in the foot and then run a marathon. I literally need to. It's the call of the void. It's so inappropriate that I'm sorry, I must spill soup on you on our first date. I must spill the soup. What was I talking about? Yelling about something. Old man yells at clouds. So we have a lot of opportunities for Sanshoku here, right? Mixed triple sequence. 1, 2, 3 mixed triple sequence. Definitely a possibility. Full or a half outside hand is also very much so a possibility. Why is Google Chrome loading something? Are you mining Bitcoin in the background, huh? Okay, you're using my GPU for evil and environmental destruction, huh? Oh yeah, I've told this story a lot on stream before. Sorry for the jump scare that you might never get to hear the resolution of this story. It's like I saw a playground dispute once when I was in like elementary school, and like I was a witness, and one of the older kids was like, "Yusong, you're a witness," and I went home. And I told my mom, because I'd never been a witness before. I was so excited. I'm like 10 years old at this point. I was like, Mom, I'm a witness. Isn't that cool? And my mom looked at me and she said, you know, witnesses are often killed. What? Mother? What did you just say? That is no way to, I don't know, instill, I don't know. I don't know what the right way is to raise a child, but I don't know if that is necessarily a part of it. Just kidding. She tried her best. You know what I mean? And she grew up with parents who probably instilled that within her. It's a tricky situation, you know, this whole living thing. We all got to figure it out somehow. Okay, this is a weird hand where we're like kind of close to tenpai, but also kind of far away, but also maybe like a 7 pairs hand, or maybe an all triplets hand, but also, or maybe far away from that. What do we want to see? The nut draw for us, I think, is a green dragon. A green dragon just lets us go into the all you can pawn and chi buffet, and we could go ooga booga, right? We can click every single button that appears before us. I would love to pawn that. Don't get me wrong. Oasis, don't let me down. Don't call a con. Okay, that's genuinely a hilarious song parody, but none of these Zoomers out here know Oasis. That's okay. What do we want to see right now? We want to see a 4 of characters. 4 of characters would be an absolutely nut draw, followed by another 5 of bamboo. This hand is struggling. This hand is not very good. I will tell you that much. Oh, this hand is not very good. But like, was I supposed to just go for 7 pairs? Even in our wildest fantasies. Oh, Yusong, you're so good at Mahjong. Oh, Yusong, you're self-actualized or whatever. Even in our wildest fantasies. Oh my God, am I really doing this? Oh my God, the greed, the greed! What am I doing? What am I even doing with this hand? This hand is enough to kill a king though. You know what I mean? This hand is enough to kill a king. We just need to draw the 4 of characters. Then we have Richie, Dora, red 5. That's 4 Han. It's enough to actually get us like in the running for first place. Please stop punishing me with all these pairs inside my hairs, all that junk inside your chunk. Why is a crossword also have the scariest hand of all time? Please stop. Please stop. I don't know. They haven't discarded any bamboo tiles, and they could have the easiest half flush in the bamboo suit of all time. The good news for us is that they haven't just started discarding bamboo. I literally hate this game. I literally hate this game. Oh my God, please. They could be waiting on a 4-5 in their hand right now and be waiting on this young 3-6, right? That's a little disconcerting. Please, a 4 of characters. Not like that. I need it in my hand. I need it au natural. This two of, oh, we are no longer allowed to discard any bamboo. But I think if we draw into a 4 of characters, we literally have to. Left Lord might be slurping themselves into oblivion right now by trying to tempt fate and deal into a crossword. They threw a 3. What does that 3 come from? I don't know. I'm scared though. Am I willing to get rid of the 1 of bamboo? Dude, I don't think I can get rid of the 1 of bamboo. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. Oh, this hand could have been something, dude. That is a bamboo to— whoa. All right. I mean, at least it's not like, you know, all the other players have consolidated their points, leaving only me in last place. This is a doable situation. This is a doinkable situation. Is a boinkable? You know what I mean? This is an okay hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 shapes. Not all the shapes are created equal. A little hit you with a pepper in a little some Animal Farm. Some shapes are more equal than others. Dora is the 1 of circles. That's okay. What is the best case scenario for this hand? Richie, 7 pairs, 2 or a Dora. That is the best case scenario for this hand. I don't think we're gonna get there. This hand does not feel, oh my God. Okay, crossword calls the Richie. 2 8s are gone. All my 8s gone. I'm gonna throw the 9, even though this could come from a 7, 8, 8 shape, but it shouldn't come from one of those if it's early on in the game. I'm gonna throw a terminal tile. If it gets me into trouble, then I truly deserve to be punished by the Riichi Mahjong gods, but I think this is right. We could go for all simples. The way we go for all simples is if we draw or we get a 5 of circles. 5 of circles would be nice here. I kind of want to... This is a tricky scenario. I'm gonna discard the 4 first. I know we could also discard the 7, but how likely is this hand? What is happening? Right Lord just discarded the Dora. Just in my face. Dude, I know that this is Suji. I know that they don't have a 5, 6. Someone could still have an 8, 9, but a lot of the 8s and a lot of the 9s are gone. Okay, this is interesting. And by interesting, I mean bad, because it's gonna make me want to act up. Oh my God, this hand is gonna make me want to act up. The 6 of bamboo is safe. What do we actually want to see here? 4 of circles would be nice. Oh, it's making me act up. Oh, this is a genuine problem. This is a genuine problem. So at any point with this hand, we could make like a Christian and bail. Left Lord is going to take this. Let's pray that they don't end up in first place, but it looks like a huge hand. Riichi, Pinfu, Dora, 2 red, 5. No Aura Dora, but they are in the dealer's seat, and I think, yeah, that's going to be enough. So they didn't slurp him down into oblivion either. But at least we got a 3rd place there. We didn't get to play the game as much as we would have liked to play the legendary sport that is Riichi Mahjong. Let me show you the elo. I didn't show you the elo for 1 second. Okay, that's where we're at in the elo. A little bit of a Waluigi mustache, or a little M for Mario. We didn't get to play the game as much as we would have, but I think that we got a lot done conversationally. I do. Here's my genuine, I mean, this doesn't matter. I gotta prove this to you, right? Like, saying it doesn't matter. I don't like talking about like anything that can be misconstrued as political, because sometimes people just want to turn on a video and like chill. You know what I mean? Totally get that. But sometimes if we're just talking, sometimes, you know, we're gonna turn into some alleyways that where we'll have to say something, you know? What did I discard here? I think I discarded a 9. I discarded a 3. Why? Am I a baka? Why in the world would I discard a 3? Am I in tenpai here? I'm not even in tenpai here. But I don't have anything. Oh, this is close to the Dora. And then the 4 came from a what? A 4, 4, 5 shape so early? It's unlikely though. Could have discarded the 4, but it's also half Suji. If you see anything here that's safer, please let me know in the comments below. I think the 3 might be honestly like a safe bet. I don't know. There's some 5s visible. This is just a tricky situation. This is just a tricky situation, you know? I deal in again. Wow, I dealt in a lot. I deal the 4 of bamboo here because it's totally cromulent. It's totally fair. I was scared to throw the 8 of bamboo. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god, a crossroad, dude, for good reason. I was scared to throw the 8 of bamboo because it actually would have dealt into this Riichi Pinfu Dora hand. I was actually a little bit scared. I wanted to throw it super, super badly. And I think if I got into tenpai, I probably would have ended up throwing it. But oh, is it spooky. Oh, is it spooky. All right, I suppose, you know, this is a blessing in disguise. We deal into a 2-han hand instead of a 3-han hand. So honestly, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. This is such an early discard that it doesn't, that it shouldn't hurt you. Do you discard a 5 here and it gets you into trouble? Yeah, you discard a 5 here. Gets you into trouble. That's okay. That's absolutely okay. And then the dealer from this point, our Husbando sitting in first place, just runs away with it, right? Crossroads got an obvious half flush. Left Lord called the Richie. What do you discard? The 6 of circles? Dude, the 5 of characters is your save. What? Oh, you wanted tenpai. Oh, you wanted tenpai? How cute. How cute. You don't take the tenpai here. It's not safe for work. You don't take the tenpai here. It's so dangerous. Like this, I know it's safe for a crosslord, but it's not safe for left lord who just called Richie. It's not safe for me either. I'm making moves, by the way. Like, why don't you just fold with the 5 of characters? It's inside Tsuchi. The 6 is a little bit dangerous because the crossroads got that full flush. We don't know what they're waiting on. They're waiting on the 7 and the 8s. Holy moly, they conned at the Tomb of Dora. But hilariously, that 7 of circles is one less 7 of circles for them to be able to run off of, right? I don't think that you should take the tenpai there. What happens here? Someone deals in. You deal with the 6 of characters. It doesn't get you into tenpai, but that's okay. You need to get rid of it somehow. It's an early enough discard. Left Lord is going to slurp you away, but they haven't given any indication in their discards that they're cooking up something scary. That was South 1. A lot of running happened. Wow, a 3 of circles gets you into trouble? Oh, okay. That makes sense as well. That makes sense as well. Just a lot of early game shenanigans where this is why I felt like I didn't get to play the game as much because like the game just like passed me by. I didn't get a chance to like stop and smell the roses. So instead of folding, you decide to keep tenpai by discarding a terminal tile. It's not a terrible look, right? You see 3 7s and 2 8s, probably don't have a 7 8 in their hand. But like also you can get back into tenpai fairly easily. I mean, not fairly easily, but folding here is not bad. You're in second place right now. The way that you lose second place, which is what happened, by the way, is if you deal into a honka donka hand. And that's exactly what happened. Then last round, somebody got obliterated. You're in first place. What happened here? Right Lord calls the Richie. Oh, you want to remain. Oh, you called an early Richie. And you have a great Richie, but then they just chased you and destroyed you. Holy moly. I mean, that is kind of amazing, right? That the 4 of circles didn't deal in, and this is just like a really... Mahjong is a game of luck. At the end of the day, Mahjong is a game of luck, and this player, this faded Husbando was chosen by the Lords. There's nothing we could have done there, okay? Except maybe try to style our hair like that Husbando in the future. That's gonna do it for today's video. If you like the song or you like the genre, maybe leave a like and a comment. It helps out the channel genuinely a tremendous amount. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. New videos every day. Hey, I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. PST. Link is down below in the description. I hope to see you there. Until next time, please take care of yourself and please be kind to yourself, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Peace.